keeping it plain. But what you feel about Nikki right now? I mean, I just saw her community post. She done allegedly just kind of like dox somebody that's supposed to be your wife, maybe, or something, allegedly. I don't know. But is this the same solid woman that was hitting you up asking you for money?
Yes, I'm aware of what's going on. As far as that, Pillsbury, I'm not worried about that. So I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, I knew something was wrong with Nikki when she first got into it with Remix, and she went on Propane channel and tried to explain the situation. And Propane had a friend up there that disagreed with Nikki and told her that she was in the wrong, and she tried to just act like the dude didn't know what he was talking about. He was from the outside looking in.
Y'all can't tell. Y'all don't know what the fuck.
That's not true, because I would never fuck a man that I gave money to. And if I'm
I don't
giving
believe
you
that.
money
I don't believe
and
that.
you're asking to borrow money from me, you can't afford what I'm sitting on.
I don't believe that at all.
Well, you don't have to
Well,
All
believe
right,
it.
hold on. Let me let y'all know. He don't know shit about what's
okay.
going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. He don't know shit about
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's just speaking off of.
I'm basing all this off of my principles.
Hey, Ash, you know that you're a boring bitch, and you can attribute that to your motherfucking daddy. So shut up.
What? Why would you say that to a fucking person? That's ridiculous to say. It's ridiculous to say to a person.
He don't know.
Why would you blame that on somebody's dad? That's ridiculous.
Look, man, something ain't right. And then on top of that, man, when I listened to the Verla phone call, right, I heard about how much Nikki was talking down on T-Pre. Now that makes me think when Carrie Ann was doing all them lives, kept dissing T-Pre, was Carrie Ann saying a lot of the stuff that Nikki was telling her and relaying the message because Nikki was too scared to say it? Or was just really just coming from Carrie Ann? I mean, I really don't know. I mean, the bitch say she's solid, but come to find out, your life is full of errors just like that dissertation, bitch. Like, come on, man, stop playing with me. This woman, she wants sympathy, but just like last month, she was up here like the bully. Come on, man, you listening to all these live streams. Hit the link, Nikki. I promise you it's not going to go down like when I was on D. Darrell's panel. Ain't none of that night shit dead. Hit the link, bitch.
Even I could borrow against my damn fucking 401k. Like, come on. Even I could go take out a payday loan if needed. I mean, shit. I could even go to the loan sharks if I needed. Like, I just couldn't imagine, like, humiliating myself and just going and asking a bunch of random people, men at that, for money. And then, I guess what blew me the most was that, because T-Pre told me this on Propane Live when she was saying this. I said she had said this, like that Nikki was literally owing people money in a sector, but then she was like taking the money that y'all was giving her and giving it around to. It was like the bitch was redistributing the wealth of the sector. That's literally what she was doing, and I'm like, that's bold as fuck. On top of that, like you're borrowing money and then super chatting other people with other people's borrowed money. Like, that's some crackhead shit. She was asking for crackhead prices. Like, that's like the person that be like, yo, let me borrow $2. Like, what you gonna buy with $2? What are you buying with $50? And why is somebody other than your husband feeding you? If some guy was sending me money just to feed me for no reason, like, that's like on some pimping shit.
Where is the money going though? I can see if we saw a goddamn new front living room set up in that bitch, and I can say, well, goddamn, at least she's spending the money on something. But this bitch is in her house lonely counting goddamn forks and shit. Did you take the fork from the china cabinet? Did it come from the china cabinet at least? How does she know exactly how many forks? And then one was, come on, man, this is some lonely. This bitch is crazy. This bitch crazy, man. And she had niggas fooled for a second, man. Nigga, I ain't fooled, man. Something ain't right with this.
Why would you, as a doctor, right, and you're an educator, you work in a prestigious, if you will, field, why would you go into a messy-ass sector? No offense, I love y'all. But why would you go into a messy-ass sector using your doctor, like using your title? Like, that's weird in itself, because I wish my professor or something like that would be using their title in a sector where they're, I mean, like, literally, I'm Dr. Nikki. I had my daughters clean your clock. Like, what there? We got doctors beating up people and shit. Like, who who actually does that when you actually care about your your job and stuff? Like that doesn't even that don't make sense to me, because if she really like, how do you work your whole life and go through all that school to achieve this title to just throw it away to beef with people online? That's weird right there in itself.
Yeah, she remind me of the female Dr. Umar. She come on, she a doctor. She come on here acting like she trying to build, but behind the scenes, it's only hit your Cash App and hit your PayPal. That's all it is with her. I'm gonna be honest.
I know she not working, because when I talked to her, she was saying, or I'll say allegedly, she like to sue everybody, and she clearly ain't got no money, and bitch ain't gonna take mine. So we gonna say allegedly. But allegedly, she's not working, because when me and her talked, she was talking about she was about to start her job the next day, because she was like, yeah, like, I start my job tomorrow. And I'm like, you start your job tomorrow? And she's like, yeah, I ain't been working, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, that's weird.
That's
But
like, you can always tell them up
tell
front
me,
line.
but T-Pre did tell me that she wasn't working. T-Pre had told me this crazy ass story, and they tried to pin it on AAS, but the story didn't make sense to me. Like when T-Pre, because me and T-Pre actually got into an argument about it, because I was like, bitch, I feel like you're lying to me. Like, this don't even make, like, 1 + 1 isn't equaling 2 in this conversation. And I was like, if Nikki got fired, I don't believe that it was behind AAS. I think something else went down. And then T-Pre did come back and say that to me, where she was like, yo, you know what? You might be right. Like, Nikki, it's more to the story than what she was telling. So she's definitely not working, or she wasn't when I talked to her. And when I talked to her, that was like, what, 3 weeks ago?